If dating has broken your confidence, it is not because you were unlovable, it is because you cared deeply. And the moment you stop blaming yourself is the moment your power comes back. If this message feels personal, pause for a second, like this video, and stay with me, because what comes next will help you rebuild confidence in a way dating never taught you. Dating has a quiet way of making people turn against themselves. At first, you enter with openness and hope, believing that effort, honesty, and emotional availability will naturally lead to connection. But when things end suddenly, messages slow down, or someone chooses differently, the mind starts searching for explanations, and too often the explanation becomes personal. You begin to assume that something about you was lacking, flawed, or not enough. This is how confidence slowly erodes, not through one rejection, but through repeated moments where disappointment is internalized. Each experience adds a small crack, and over time those cracks begin to shape how you see yourself. You become more cautious, more guarded, and less trusting of your instincts. What once felt like confidence turns into self-doubt, even though nothing about your core value has changed. The truth is that dating exposes you to uncertainty more than most areas of life. You are vulnerable without guarantees. You invest emotionally without knowing the outcome. When things do not work, it is easy to confuse incompatibility with inadequacy. But these are not the same. Two people can fail to align without either being deficient. A connection can end simply because timing, readiness, or emotional capacity did not match. Confidence suffers most when you start abandoning yourself to avoid loss. When you lower standards, ignore discomfort, or silence your needs just to keep someone interested, you send yourself a damaging message. That message is that being chosen matters more than being authentic. Over time, this creates an inner split between who you are and who you think you need to be loved. Rebuilding confidence requires a different interpretation of dating experiences. Instead of asking what you did wrong, you begin asking what you learned. Instead of assuming rejection defines you, you recognize that it reveals alignment or lack of it. Confidence grows when you stay loyal to your values, even when outcomes disappoint you. Dating did not break your confidence. The stories you told yourself afterward did. And those stories can be rewritten when you choose self-trust over self-blame and clarity over comparison. After repeated disappointments, something subtle begins to happen inside you. You stop approaching dating with curiosity and start approaching it with fear. Fear of saying the wrong thing, fear of being too much, fear of caring more than the other person. This fear quietly reshapes your behavior, even when you are not fully aware of it. You may notice yourself replaying conversations in your head, analyzing every word you sent, every pause in their replies. Instead of expressing yourself naturally, you begin filtering your personality. You hesitate before being honest. You pull back affection that once came easily. All of this feels like self-protection, but in reality, it is a slow form of self-distrust. Over time, this pattern creates emotional exhaustion. Dating starts to feel heavy rather than exciting. You are no longer showing up as your full self, but as a guarded version shaped by past outcomes. Confidence fades, not because you are incapable of connection, but because you have learned to associate openness with pain. What makes this particularly damaging is that it disconnects you from your intuition. You stop trusting your instincts and start relying on strategies. You look for rules to follow instead of listening to how something feels. When intuition is silenced, confidence cannot thrive. Confidence is built on the belief that you can handle whatever comes next, not on the belief that you can avoid rejection entirely. The healing shift happens when you recognize that fear does not mean you are broken, it means you cared, and caring is not a weakness. The problem arises only when fear becomes the driver of your choices. When you begin making decisions based on self-protection rather than self-respect, confidence continues to erode. Regaining confidence requires gentleness with yourself. It means allowing vulnerability again without tying your worth to the outcome. When you trust yourself to survive disappointment without losing your sense of self, confidence slowly returns, not louder but stronger. Confidence does not disappear overnight. It fades when you begin measuring your value through other people's reactions. Each time you wait for a message to feel okay or need reassurance to feel secure, you hand your sense of worth to something outside yourself. Over time, that external dependence weakens your inner stability. Dating often encourages this without meaning to. Attention feels like validation, consistency feels like safety. When those things are present, confidence rises. When they disappear, confidence collapses. The problem is not the desire for connection, but the belief that someone else's behavior defines your value. That belief places your emotional well-being in someone else's hands. When validation becomes the source of confidence, you start adjusting yourself to keep it. You become more agreeable, less honest, and more afraid of expressing needs. You begin to believe that if you are easier, quieter, or more flexible, you will be chosen. But each adjustment moves you further away from yourself, and confidence cannot survive that distance. This is why even successful dating experiences can leave you feeling empty. You may be chosen but not fully seen. You may be liked but not fully valued. Confidence built on approval is fragile because it requires constant maintenance. One change in tone, one delay, one misunderstanding, and it starts to crumble. Real confidence grows from internal alignment. It comes from knowing that you can express your truth and handle the outcome. It comes from trusting your ability to walk away from what does not honor you. When your confidence is rooted internally, dating becomes lighter. Interest feels enjoyable, not necessary. Rejection feels disappointing, not devastating. The moment you stop outsourcing your worth, your confidence begins to stabilize. You no longer chase validation because you are no longer built on it. And that stability is what allows you to show up authentically again. Repeated dating experiences can quietly teach you to protect yourself in ways that feel smart, but slowly disconnect you from who you are. After enough disappointment, you start building emotional armor. You tell yourself you are being realistic, cautious, or detached. But often, what you are really doing is numbing parts of yourself that once felt alive. This armor shows up as emotional distance. You stop getting excited too quickly. You stop expressing interest openly. You convince yourself that not caring is strength. While this may reduce immediate pain, it also dulls joy, curiosity, and genuine connection. Confidence is not built by shutting down emotion. It is built by knowing you can feel deeply and still be okay. The danger of emotional armor is that it creates a false sense of control. You believe that if you stay guarded, nothing can hurt you. But what it actually does is prevent intimacy. You are no longer fully present. You are monitoring yourself instead of experiencing the moment. Over time, this makes dating feel empty and transactional rather than meaningful. True confidence does not come from emotional withdrawal. It comes from emotional resilience. Resilience is the ability to stay open without collapsing when things do not work out. It is the knowledge that disappointment does not equal damage. When you trust your ability to recover, you no longer need armor. Letting go of emotional protection requires courage. It means allowing yourself to care again without guarantees. It means choosing authenticity over safety. This does not make you weak, it makes you grounded. Because confidence grows when you know that even if your heart is bruised, your sense of self remains intact. When you stop confusing numbness with strength, you create space for real confidence to return. A confidence that is flexible, alive, and capable of deep connection without losing itself. There comes a point where you realize that no amount of effort can create the right connection if it requires you to disappear in the process. Many people lose confidence because they unknowingly compromise themselves again and again in the hope that love will finally work. Each compromise feels small at first, but together they create a deep sense of misalignment. This misalignment shows up as inattention. You feel uneasy even when things seem fine on the surface. You may be receiving attention, yet something inside feels off. That discomfort is not insecurity, it is awareness. It is the part of you that knows you are bending too far to be chosen. When you ignore this inner signal, confidence takes another hit. You start doubting your needs. You question whether your standards are too high or unreasonable. Over time, you stop trusting yourself. And when self-trust disappears, confidence goes with it. Healthy connection never asks you to shrink. It does not require silence where honesty is needed or patience where respect is missing. When a relationship demands self-erasure, it will always cost you more than it gives. Recognizing this truth is a turning point in rebuilding confidence. Confidence begins to return when you honor discomfort instead of suppressing it. When you listen to that inner voice and take it seriously, you send yourself a powerful message. That message is that your experience matters. That message rebuilds self-respect. Choosing alignment over approval is not easy. It may mean walking away from something that almost works, but almost is not enough when it costs you yourself. The moment you stop negotiating your identity for connection, confidence slowly reclaims its place, because you are no longer betraying yourself to be loved. There is a version of detachment that feels cold and distant, and then there is a version that feels calm, clear, and deeply healing. The difference lies in the intention behind it. When detachment comes from fear, it is a way to avoid pain. But when it comes from clarity, it becomes an act of self-respect. This kind of detachment does not disconnect you from emotion. It frees you from emotional chaos. After dating disappointments, many people cling tighter in hopes of preventing loss. Ironically, this creates more anxiety, not less. Your mind stays busy monitoring signals, timing responses, and searching for certainty. Detachment rooted in clarity interrupts this cycle. It allows you to step back and observe instead of chase, and in that space, your nervous system finally settles. Healing detachment means you stop forcing outcomes. You no longer try to control how someone feels, responds, or commits. Instead, you allow their behavior to reveal the truth. This does not make you passive, it makes you perceptive. You become more aware of patterns, consistency, and emotional availability without being emotionally hijacked by them. This clarity brings relief. You stop personalizing uncertainty. You stop reading silence as rejection. You stop assuming that effort guarantees results. Detachment reminds you that connection is mutual, not something you earn through persistence. When this realization lands, confidence begins to rebuild naturally. What makes this form of detachment so powerful is that it reconnects you to yourself. Your attention returns to your own life, values, and emotional state. You stop waiting to feel chosen before you feel whole. That wholeness changes how you show up. You are present but not attached to outcomes, open but not desperate. This is where confidence becomes steady instead of fragile. It no longer rises and falls with someone else's interest. It rests on the knowledge that you can engage fully and still walk away intact. Detachment does not mean you care less. It means you trust yourself more. When detachment comes from clarity, dating stops being a test of worth and becomes an exploration of alignment, and that shift is deeply healing. Many people mistake standards for obstacles, especially after a series of dating disappointments. When things do not work out, it is tempting to believe that expectations are too high, or that asking for consistency, effort, or clarity is somehow pushing people away. Over time, this belief weakens confidence because it frames your needs as flaws rather than signals of self-awareness. The truth is that standards do not damage connection. A wounded sense of self-belief does. When confidence is shaken, you start second-guessing what once felt natural. You wonder if you are asking for too much, when in reality, you are asking for the bare minimum of respect and emotional presence. This internal conflict creates self-doubt, not because your standards are wrong, but because your trust in yourself has been bruised. When self-belief is injured, you may lower expectations in hopes of preserving connection. You tolerate inconsistency. You rationalize behavior that leaves you feeling uneasy. Each time you do this, confidence erodes a little more. You are not just compromising in the relationship, you are compromising your relationship with yourself. Strong self-belief allows standards to feel calm instead of defensive. You do not need to justify them or argue for them. You simply live by them. When someone meets them, the connection feels safe and aligned. When someone does not, the lack of fit becomes information rather than rejection. This mindset protects confidence because it removes self-blame from the outcome. Rebuilding confidence means returning to the belief that your needs are valid and your intuition is trustworthy. It means understanding that compatibility requires mutual effort and emotional readiness. Not everyone who likes you will be able to meet you, and that is not a failure, it is clarity. When self-belief is restored, standards stop feeling heavy. They become filters rather than walls. You no longer use them to test people, but to guide yourself. And that guidance creates emotional stability. Confidence grows when you stop questioning whether you are too much and start recognizing when something is simply not enough. Dating did not punish you for having standards. It revealed where your belief in yourself needed healing. And once that belief is repaired, confidence follows naturally. The final shift comes when you reclaim the choice to prioritize yourself over the outcome of any interaction. At this stage, you no longer define your emotional well-being by whether someone likes, chooses, or commits to you. Instead, you place yourself at the center of your own life. This is a subtle but profound transformation because it changes the energy behind every action you take. When you operate from this place, your interactions become less about proving your worth and more about expressing it. You stop over-explaining, over-giving, or over-analyzing. You show up authentically, with presence and calm, knowing that your value is inherent and not conditional on external validation. That awareness alone restores a sense of confidence that no dating disappointment can diminish. This self-centered approach is not selfish. It is grounded in respect for your own emotional needs. You are still open to connection, still willing to engage and invest, but your investment is measured and conscious. You no longer chase, manipulate, or compromise your principles to be chosen. That restraint communicates strength without words. It signals to others that access to you is meaningful and that magnetic energy draws people naturally towards you. When confidence is rooted in this level of self-trust, you also experience clarity. Decisions no longer feel heavy or confusing because you are guided by internal standards rather than external pressures. You begin to see patterns clearly, understand who is aligned with your values, and recognize when it's time to step back. This clarity replaces anxiety with calm certainty, which is far more attractive than frantic effort. Finally, reclaiming choice heals the subtle fear of loss that often underpins dating anxiety. You realize that disappointment does not equate to failure, and rejection does not define your worth. Confidence becomes resilient because it is built on self-trust, boundaries, and authenticity rather than fleeting approval. In this state, dating is no longer a test of survival, but an exploration of mutual alignment, and your energy naturally invites people who are ready, capable, and deserving of your presence. This is where true emotional power resides, a confidence so steady that no external outcome can shake it.